Good day, lovely people. Today we're going to make quick mod edits, and it should be relatively simple. We're going over the steps one by one so that you can keep up with what we're doing. We have a really simple top right here, and I would just like to edit the cleavage of it a little bit. You know, easy stuff. First of all, we can't do this with several options in the mod. Can't have any of these in there. So we're going to advanced editing. We're going to do a mod swap, just so that we can get all the settings done. It's called deep blue top. Going to top. Going to use the leather worker shirt. Let's just use it again for simply, but you can move it to anything you want. Worker shirt. Right. Where did it end up at? It's such a mess. Pardon my mess. This is my life in a nutshell. There it is. Just putting it on high priority. Now that there is no options in here, this should be relatively simple. We're going to open the mod directory. We're not going to do that. Going to copy this because we need this. We're going to jump into text tools, and we're opening the transaction manager, and we're attaching this to that folder right there. Easy enough, right? Now that we're transaction, we can close this window because it's in the way. Now also we need to know which mod we need to look for, which is the leather worker shirt. Easy enough, right? So let's find the leather worker shirt. If I can spell. There we go. And there we have the mod. Right, let's save this mod as an FBX. I've already pre-made a folder on my desktop just for this because I need to have the FBX for this. Now that it's saved, we're going into Blender. Now I'm at Blender 4.2.6. We are pressing A for all and delete, just to get rid of everything on the board. Now we're going to import this FBX. Right here, I'm just going to locate it in my mess of items. Alright. Now we're going to hide these by pressing H, because we don't need to have them in the way of our visuals. Now we can turn on color mode. I usually also like to use Meek tools for fixing the colorations in Blender, just so I can see stuff better. Now we want to just edit the shape of the top. First we want to check if there is, what's it called, a front and back face. So there is no front and back faces. These are all body parts, so we're not going to touch those. There's only one front face. This is perfect because it makes it really easy. So we're going into sculpt mode, yes, and then we're using elastic deform. I'm gonna up the radius a bit. Now these are mirroring tools. I like to use the X mirroring tool to make sure that it's even on both sides when I edit something. The more even it is, the better it looks. Or if you don't want it to be even, then that is up to you. I am not one to judge. So all we're gonna do is just lower it a bit. Like, can do whatever we want, but what's to think about if you're doing bigger edits like this, you're also gonna need to adjust weights. But right now we're doing it really simple. Weights is for another video. I'm not gonna do weights today. We're just doing it as simple as possible. I'm just pulling it out a bit so that we prevent clipping. Alright, let's say we are happy with this. Then we simply just export this FBX again. I'm gonna put it in the same folder because that is what I do. You can put it anywhere you like, but I like to keep everything in the same folder. Now we go back into text tools and we're gonna load up this new FBX that we have. Let's go to desktop, load model, and close. And there we go, there's our edit. Now as we're connected with text tools directly into Penumbra, all we can do is press this button down here called Save to TX. Once we press this, we can just go directly into game and we will reload and have this mod finished straight off the bat, no issues. And you can do this as many times as you like till you're happy. But remember, the bigger edits you do, there's a risk that you need to do weight fixing as well. Keep that in mind. Alright, that was all. Easy enough, right? Have a good day.